Hello dear friends, welcome to the lecture of differential calculus. In this lecture, we shall solve some problems on Lagrange's mean value theorem. Last lecture we have proved the Lagrange mean value theorem. Also we have seen the geometrical interpretation of the Lagrange's mean value theorem and another form of the Lagrange mean value theorem. So here I have written few problems. We shall solve these one by one, and the instruction is verify Lagrange's mean value theorem for the following functions. First is f of x is equal to Lx square plus mx plus n. L, m and r to be considered as constant, and the interval is ab. The statement of the Lagrange's theorem is if function f is continuous in the closed interval a comma b, derivable in the open interval a comma b, then there exists a value, at least one value c in the open interval a b, such that f dash of c is equal to f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. So that is the theorem statement. Now we solve the problems. Solution of 1. So the function given is f of x. F of x is equal to L x square plus mx plus n. X is in the interval ab, and we should check only whether this is continuous in the interval ab, derivable in the open interval ab. Now because this is polynomial function, it is continuous. Fx is polynomial, fx or fx being polynomial is continuous. It is continuous in closed interval ab, a comma b. And now we suppose this as first equation or first relation. Now we shall find the derivative of this from 1. F dash of x is equal to, derivative of this is L is constant, remains as it is, derivative of x square is 2x. So therefore the derivative of the first term is 2lx plus derivative of second term. Derivative of x is 1, m is constant, so it is m, and derivative of n being constant is 0. So f dash of x is 2lx plus m. And this certainly exists. It is again a polynomial of first degree, and it exists in the interval open interval ab, and therefore f dash x exists. F dash x exists in open interval ab, or it exists in open interval ab, and therefore it is derivable. F of x is derivable. Derivable in the open interval ab, and thus both the conditions of Lagrange mean value theorem are satisfied: continuity in closed interval, derivability in open interval. And therefore by Lagrange mean value theorem, I shall write in short LMVT, we have to find whether there exists a value c. Find c belongs to open interval ab such that f dash of c is equal to f of b. This we have proved in our earlier lecture, b minus a. F dash of c is equal to f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. We suppose this as our second equation and this as the third equation. We have to find the value of c, and that means we have to solve this equation, and for that purpose we shall obtain the value of what is f dash of c, what is f of b, and what is f of a. To get the value of f dash c, we shall use second, and from 2 what is f dash of c? You see, replace x by c, that will be 2lc plus m. And now to get the values of f, we use 1, because 1 is the relation which gives f value. and see, f of b we need and f of a we also require. So from 1, f of b is, replace x by b, that will be lb square plus mb plus n, and what is f of a? F of a is la square plus ma plus n. Again from this, replacing x by a. So thus we have obtained these value, f dash of c, sorry, f of b and f of a. Now we put these values in 3. So putting these in 3, we get or using these values in 3. C. What is f dash of c? Left side 2lc plus m, and on the right side f of b. F of b is lb square plus mb plus n minus f of a is la square plus ma plus n divided by b minus a, or that is 2lc plus m is equal to, now we may observe this n cancels, n minus n, and again from this subtraction l is common, l in bracket b square minus a square, plus again we can take from these two terms m common and b minus a divided by b minus a. Now this is simple algebra. We can factorize this b square minus a square as b minus a into b plus a, and again we may see b minus a term cancels with the denominator. These two terms of b minus a cancels with the denominator, and what we will remain as, after cancellation I shall write it directly, b plus a. B minus a factor is cancelled, b plus a factor remains from the first term. Here b minus a factor cancels, and what remains is m, and thus again from either side m can be eliminated or cancelled, and thus we should get this as, or this implies 2lc is equal to l into b plus a, and again from this l can be divided out from both sides, and we get 2c is equal to b plus a, and from this we get the value of c. So we have to find c, and we have to check whether that c is in the open interval a comma b, then the theorem is verified. So what we obtain, c is b plus a or a plus b divided by 2, and certainly by the midpoint formula this is the midpoint of the interval ab. So therefore this belongs to the open interval ab. This value is in between a and b, and this shows that the theorem is verified. Hence Lagrange's mean value theorem is verified. So this completes the solution for the first problem. Now we shall consider the second solution for the second problem. So what is fx here is the product of three terms, x into x minus 1 into x minus 2. The procedure will be the same for all these problems. Check whether the function is continuous in the closed interval, given closed interval, it is continuous, it is derivable in the open interval. Here the interval is 0 and half, 0 to half. So here f of x is x into x minus 1 into x minus 2, and x belongs to the closed interval 0 to half. Now to differentiate it, it will be better to multiply these, and what is the product? You see, it is x square minus x minus 2x, that is minus 3x plus 2, or that will be again x cube minus 3x square plus 2x, and we may suppose either this as this or this as 1. f of x. Here what is b? B is 1 by 2. The interval is AB, and b is half, and a is 0. Also b is equal to half, a is 0 in this case. Now fx is a polynomial, it is continuous. Fx is continuous. In the closed interval 0 and half. From 1, what is f dash of x? Derivative of this. Simple expression to differentiate. Derivative of x cube, 3x square, minus derivative of 3x square, it is 6x plus 2. So therefore obviously this derivative exists in the open interval 0 half, and therefore fx is derivable. Fx is derivable in open interval 0 to half, and thus the we can have to find C by Lagrange's theorems. Two conditions are satisfied: continuity and differentiability. And by Lagrange's mean value theorem, we have to find C in the open interval 0 and half, 0 to half, such that f dash of C is equal to f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. Or that is, here b and a are given. B is half, a is 0, and therefore we may write that equation. Or that value can be written as f dash of C. Or we suppose this as second and this as 3, as in the earlier solution. We shall suppose 1, 2, 3, and we have to find the value of C from the last relation 3. But we require what is f dash of C, what is f of b, and what is f of a. That we shall find out. F dash of C is obtained from 2. So we can say from 2, what is f dash of C? Replace x by c, that is 3c square minus 6c plus 2. This is f dash of C. Now from 1, we may use this expression or the first, f of b. F of b is f of half. B is half, and that is, I shall use the first expression. This is f of x. So half minus 1, half minus 2, or that is, see, it is half and minus half, and see, it is half minus half, and this is minus 3 by 2. So it will be positive 3 by 8. This is 3 by 8. This is f of b. What about f of a? A is 0. The interval first point is 0. So f of 0, obviously this is 0 into this number means 0. And thus putting these in 3. Using these in 3, we get C, f dash of C. F dash of C is this much. 3c square minus 6c plus 2 is equal to f of b. Right side is f of b, which is 3 by 8. And f of a is 0. F of a is 0 divided by b minus a. B is half, a is 0. So thus this third relation we have obtained in terms of C. And we have to solve this to get the value of C. This is quadratic equation. 3c square minus 6c plus 2 is equal to 3 by 8 divided by half. So this 2 will be at the numerator and this becomes 3 by 4. You can verify this. Or to avoid fraction, we multiply both sides by 4, and that gives after multiplying both side by 4, that is 12. 3 into 4 is 12, c square minus 6 into 4, 24c plus 8, and is equal to 3. Or thus this is 12c square minus 24c, 8 minus 3 is 5, plus 5 is equal to 0. This is quadratic in C, and we can either factorize and or we use the quadratic formula. But see, the product is 12 into 5, that is 60, and the sum is 24. So we may use the quadratic formula, and this gives, by quadratic formula, the quadratic formula is minus b if the equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This formula we shall use here, and using this formula compare this equation with this one. What is b? The b is minus 24, and minus of b will be 24, plus or minus under root of b square, that is 24 square, minus 4 into a is 12, and b is c is 5, divided by 2 into a, that is 2 into 12. So this is the value of c using the formula, and again that can be simplified. So that gives c is equal to, here is also a factor 24, and this can be written as 12 into 2, that is 24, and into 2 into 5, that is 10. So 24 I shall take common from the under root sign, and that is 24 plus, but that will be root of 24 into under root. This 24 remains, 124 remains inside the quadratic sign, under root sign, and here what remains is 10 divided by 24, 12 into 2, 24, or that can be written as c is equal to c is, now we can separate 24 by 24 is 1, there is plus minus sign. See, this must be plus minus. Earlier also we should write plus minus. 24 divided by 24 is 1, plus or minus. Root 24 divided by root 24 will be root 24 at the denominator, and this is root 14. So that will be root 14 divided by 24. You can verify this. And this can be written in brief form as 1 plus or minus root divisible by 2, 7 divided by 12. So we want a value in this interval 0 half. C belongs to 0 to half. This is the value of C. But we see 1 plus root of 7 divided by 12 will be greater than 1, and that will not be in this interval. So if you take the minus sign, then that will be 1 minus this positive quantity, and that quantity is say greater than half. So therefore it will be in the, this subtracting quantity will be greater than half, and 1 minus a number greater than half will be in between 0 and half, that will be less than half. So we take, if we take C is equal to 1 minus root 7 by 12, then C belongs to, C is 1 minus root of 7 by 12 belongs to the interval 0 to half, and thus we obtain the value of C in the open interval 0 to half, and that verifies the Lagrange's mean value theorem. Hence Lagrange's mean value theorem is verified. So in this way we can verify. Now why this is in the interval, you can verify, or you may calculate this value in decimal. that will be greater than half, because half can be written as root of 1 by 4, taking positive value. And if you take the LCM as 12, then this is multiplied by 3, under root 3 by 12. So this is under root 7 by 12. So this is a greater quantity than 1/2. So 1 minus a greater quantity than half will be less than half. So therefore this value lies between 0 to half, and this completes the solution. Now the remaining problems you should try. So this I will leave for you to solve, or these will be the problems for practice. This is f of x. Do the same steps and you will get these easily. The answers are written here. Only the last problem is f of x is 1 by x. 1 by x, x is not 0, and f of 0 is 0. Whether the theorem is verified here or not, that we shall check in short. So that is example number 6. Solution for 6. F of x is 1 over x. X is not 0 and is 0 when x is equal to 0. That f of 0 is 0 means this function is given. And whether this is continuous, the first condition is continuity, and it must be continuous at point x is equal to 0. But we have limit x tends to 0 from right of f of x, or that is limit x tends to 0 from right of 1 by x, and this is infinity. When x approaches towards 0, the denominator becomes smaller and smaller, the value becomes greater and greater, that is infinity. And limit x tends to 0 from left of f of x, that will be limit x tends to 0 from negative side, less than 0, that is x is having negative value, and this limit is negative infinity. So therefore these two limits are unequal. One is positive infinity, another is negative infinity. That means limit, therefore limit x tends to 0 of f of x does not exist, and thus if the limit does not exist, the function is not continuous, and therefore f of x is not continuous at x is equal to 0, and therefore fx is not continuous. Fx is not continuous in the closed interval minus 1 to 1, because 0 is in this interval. When we say the function is continuous in the closed interval, it must be continuous at every point in the interval, and it is not continuous in this at this point, one point in the interval, therefore it is not continuous. And once the function is not continuous in the closed interval, the theorem is not applicable. Hence Lagrange's mean value theorem is not applicable for this function. So this is the solution for the last problem. Remaining you should try, and the rest part we will continue in the next lecture. Thank you.